name is Leah, rather known more commonly across the internet as Spodleaf11 or Spodleaf1112, and today I'm doing something a little bit different. So, as you may know, most of my channel has been Java Edition, Pocket Edition, which by the way, I just posted my first Java Edition Minecraft video yesterday, link in the description, and I've been posting gotcha skits and a bit of slime here and there. But today I want to do some art on my channel. So I have this amazing free app. By the way, just want to say, disclaimer, this video is not sponsored at all. It is. Now I'm playing on an Android device, so I'm not positive if it works with Apple devices, but feel free to try it out. It is called Autodesk Sketchbook, and it is completely free. It used to have in-app purchases, but they made it completely free to everybody, so that is amazing. And it is a art app. It's not for sharing art or posting art or a community thing. It's just for doing art by yourself, but I am in love with it. It's so fun, so cool, and really fast. I'm just going to show you the icon in case you're wondering what it looks like on what to look. So here it is, Autodesk Sketchbook, as you can see. And by the way, this is a fan art that was done of City Plays by someone in a Dogcraft video. This is 100% not mine. Of the background, I just really liked it, so I'm using it for my phone background. And now we're gonna go back into Autodesk, and they have a really great layers feature. So I like to do a lot of layers. Of course, you can stick with simple layering, for instance the pencil sketch, a outline, the coloring, and possibly if you want to do it shading and lighting as separate layers. But I like to do a lot of layers because when I usually mess up certain things, and then when I erase it, I don't want to do something else and mess something up. So I really like to use the ballpoint pen and the technical pen a lot. So we're just going to start with the technical pen and tap the color wheel and make sure our color is black since we're doing an outline. I don't really use this stuff over here, so don't worry about that. I am actually going to do a time lapse here. So we're going to be doing a cat. So one of my warrior cat OCs. So we're going to start by doing a face, and I hate that. And by the way, you just double tap fast the left corner or the right corner for undo and redo. So we're going to start out by doing sort of an oval, and about halfway through add some fluffier cheeks, and I didn't like that, so I'm just gonna undo it and try it again. Sometimes it takes a little bit before I like the cheeks I've done. And the best part about this is if you use two fingers, you can zoom in, so it makes it a lot easier to get little edges like that without messing it up. And if you do mess it up, obviously it's a lot easier to fix when you're zoomed in. So this is what it's looking like so far. I don't particularly like that part right there. So what we're going to do to fix that is go to our brush types. I just use the art eraser usually, and we're just gonna erase this right here just so we have enough room to do it. We're gonna go back to our technical pen, fix up the little cheeks, fix up that, and then the only thing I dislike about this is it's a little bit hard to make sure your drawing's perfectly straight because of the rotation and zoom features, but honestly that's alright. So for the ears, I like to sort of make the ears have a little bit of texture. If you see what I did there, where I sort of do it with the little zigs, if you saw, where the ears are sort of wavy a bit, That's what I'm doing here, just to make the ears look a tiny bit more realistic. And I just did that twice. And now we're going to zoom in even more because this is the longest part. And I'm going to do humanize. Sometimes I do cartoonize with these. Sometimes I don't. We're going to be doing my Warrior Cat OC Honeywhisker. And she has sort of pointed eyes. I did like the second eye, but not the first one. So her eyes are sort of like this, where they're angled a little bit more towards the front. And we're just going to do this. I think those eyes will work, but I don't particularly like how they're uneven. So to fix that, without having to undo it, just going to the eraser, erasing it a bit. And by the way, if you want to change the size, just go to setting and change the size to whatever you want. And then we're going to go back to our technical pen, fix that up, and I made the line a bit thicker than I wanted, so I'm just going to fix that. And I didn't really like that, so again, just fixing it till it's what I want. It's not going to be perfect, probably, but I can get it pretty close to what I want with this, which is another thing I like. Now we're going to make the size a little bit smaller, and we're going to work on the inside of the eyes. So we're just going to do make another oval here. And then we're going to shrink our pen even more. And then this will be the part that has color. And finally, for the pupils, I'm just going to make the pen a bit bigger. And I'm just going to color the mill with black, and I'm not going to color it with exactly black. I'm going to make it slightly more gray, just to sort of change it up so that it's not two colors completely blended but still looks natural. And we're going to add in that very dark grayish black. And the only reason I'm coloring any of it here is because these parts are colored with blacks and whites, not actual colors. So as you can see, I just used little dots. But I feel like that this eye was a little bit big. So, because I don't like how big it is, we're just going to make the brush smaller. Tap. By the way, I am using one of those phone pencil pens where one side is a real pen and the other side is those little soft-tipped pens. And I actually got this from the Dollar Tree. They're super cheap. So, that's nice. And then we're going to make the size even smaller. Oops. It's white, so we're just going to drag the light to the darkest. And I don't really like those eyelashes, and because it's not cartoon and it's more realistic based, I'm actually going to give it more eyelashes than just like 2 or 3. I'm going to do this. Again, it's not perfectly realistic, obviously. This is just a drawing for fun. But I think it looks pretty good. The eyes are a bit thick, but honestly, I can fix it up right now, and I'm going to show you how. We're going to do the cashmere eraser, and we're going to size it down a lot. That didn't work, so we're going to switch it to the hard eraser and make it even smaller. And that's still too big, so again, just tone down the size so it's as low as you want. And then just very carefully in little tiny bits. You can fix it up. Obviously you can do a bigger size and just be a bigger sized eraser and just be more careful with it. But I like to be a little more safe with how mine turns out without erasing too much and then having to undo all of it if parts look good. So I just go with a very small eraser and do small strokes so that when I mess something up, because I know that's bound to happen, I can just easily fix it. And I will be re-adding the eyelashes on later. I'm going to pause here and fix up the other eye and just some little bits like how the cheeks are uneven and such off camera just because that'd be boring to watch, and then I'll get back to you. Alright, we finished that up, and as you can see it looks a lot better. And now this is the hardest part in my opinion, is the face, like the actual mouth and nose. Simply because with cats, I don't want them to look like overly cheerful. I'm doing warrior cat OCs, not kitty pet OCs, if you know what I mean. And so I like to find a way to make them look serious, but not mean. So for the nose, I just sort of do this shape. It's a little bit hard to describe, but you can see it. And then for the mouth, I just do that, and then not the mouth, but like that little line that goes down in cartoon drawings, I do that, and then I just even out the strokes till the cat looks serious, but not like evil or something. I think that looks pretty good. She is sort of a more ferocious OC of mine. She's not like super nice or something. She's actually a little bit mean. Well, not mean per se, but harsh, if you guys know what I mean. And then I'm just gonna erase that really fast. And now I'm going to create an entirely new layer, and we're going to work on her body. So this is a part that a lot of people, including myself, have struggled with. I just do what you can see here, where I do sort of a neck and then a little cat chest, and I just keep redoing this until it's the shape and style looking I want. I think that's pretty good, but I don't like that, so we're just gonna keep working on this. And I don't like that, so we're just going to make it bigger. She's a little bit small, not super small, but just a bit. And now for the paws, no. I want to make it look like her paws are tucked under her. So to do that, I just do a stroke like this, and then a stroke like that, and then I just do the same thing here. And then now I'm going to take my eraser, set it to itty bitty. What was that? How did that happen? It's an eraser. And I'm just going to erase the little inner line thingies. And just be really neat about it, because I want this to actually look good. Back to our technical pen. And I'm just going to shape that till I get how I want. I think that looks good. And then what I'm going to do to make it look like it's actually under her is abruptly cut off that little like paw shaped thing we just did and erase. And there we go. Her paws are under her. And for the back paws, this is her haunches. This is a bit hard. I'm just doing that sort of shape and almost like a boot, and I'm just going to make it look like she's sitting. Now the thing that's hard about that is we want to match the size with the paws. We don't want it to be too big or too small because then the proportions would look weird. And we're going to do, for the arm paw, we're just going to do a little foot there. That's a little bit too small. Oops. And we're just going to do that. And that's the best I can do for the back of cats, personally. A lot of people could probably do better than this. Now for the tail, I'm just doing a wavy swipe. It's all one line. And just trying to make sure that some parts of it aren't super thick. I like to do sort of a curve in the air, but sometimes if I'm doing a cat with kits, I'll do it where their tail is curled around their legs. Oops. No. So that it looks like they're protecting it, but she's not a queen, at least not yet. And sometimes it glitches and turns the color to white. That's fine, just change it back. And then, like I said before, just make sure that the tail isn't too much out of proportion. If you need to, just make it 2 separate strokes. And I'm going to call that good. And then, alright guys, so it's been a little bit. My dad is actually helping me with ways to fix up bits I didn't like. See, if you recall from the last clip, the lines of the face were thicker, and I just made a new layer that you can't really see, but if I remove it, well, not remove it, but hide it, you can see all the thick lines. But if I put it back on, then you can see I just went over with white. So instead of erasing it or worrying about erasing, that's so cool. Instead of worrying about erasing, I just covered over it. So I'm going to color this mostly off camera. I'll show the brushes I use and where to find them in the brush setup menu. But I'm pretty sure you guys don't want to see me color at normal speed. So yeah, I will see you then. I have not done a ton, but I add the tabby stripes to Honeywhisker because she is indeed a tabby pelt, but she's sort of like a golden brown color, but not exactly gold, more on the orange color. You'll see what I mean when I color her. And I finished the tabby stripes. I toned down her face to make it a little bit better. And yeah, I'm gonna get to coloring, finish up any details, and I might show what brushes I use and such here and there. Alright guys, I finished the eyes, and for the pelt color, I'm just using what's called brush 1 in the texture section, and I'm gonna get color. And guys, I'm done. This is the finished product of my original character, Honeywhisker. She looks amazing, almost like I pictured her. I imagined her to be sort of more of a yellowy tint, but honestly, I think this looks amazing. I used lots of different layers and tools, and I used airbrushes and pens and just a bunch of different stuff. But honestly, I think it looks so good, and I'm really happy with how it turned out. Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please subscribe to see more content like this. Hope you enjoyed the video. Comment below if you want to see more art stuff on my channel. I will see you all next time. Stay warriors! Bye, everyone!